premium design, 4 cameras, under $400. This is the new Zenfone 5Q from ASUS. We've already done a pretty decent hands-on review. You can click over here to watch that. In that video, we asked you to send in questions. And in this review video, we'll answer some of them, like how good are its cameras? Are there any caveats? And is it worth it? Hi, I'm Michael Josh, and you're watching GadgetMatch. This is our ASUS Zenfone 5Q review. Dual cameras are nothing new anymore. You can find them on many a flagship or mid-range smartphone, but quad cameras? Nope. You get your standard lenses on the front and back, paired with 120-degree wide-angle lenses. ASUS claims the Zenfone 5Q is the first with a true quad camera because each of them works individually. While that's great and all, the question is, are they any good? Here, take a look at some samples. Photos during the day look pretty good. Although colors are not the most accurate. And sometimes they tend to get blown out. The camera also has a hard time adjusting white balance and gives you inconsistent results. See here in these photos taken mere seconds apart. When indoors or at nighttime, photos are noticeably noisier. The front cameras on this phone are supposed to be the better pair because this is supposed to be the selfie phone of the Zenfone 5 series. It's got usual beauty mode options of previous selfie-focused Zenphones. Turning it on, even on the lowest settings, will make you look like a wax figure. It makes the skin unrealistically smooth and too pale for our liking. But you don't have to turn it on, and if you don't, selfies actually look pretty good. Another thing we like, and I'm sure that you do too, wide-angle selfies. You can take group selfies with so much ease, or solo ones whenever you're traveling to get more of the scene in the picture. Even if the secondary cameras are wide-angle, the Zenfone 5Q also has portrait mode on both cameras thanks to software. You can just click over here to enable it. Like most portrait modes, it works really well on people with short hair, but gets a little bit tricky if you have longer hair. This trend of taller displays means two things. The good, you get more content, especially when browsing the internet, and the bad, watching videos are a hit or miss. Browsing GadgetMatch.com, for example, is better on screens like this because you can fit in more content. The same goes for stalking your crush on Instagram. But when watching videos, you'll have to find content produced for the same aspect ratio to really maximize the display. Unfortunately, not a lot of creators make content for this specific aspect ratio, including us. But you can always zoom in by pinching like so if you don't mind cropping the video a little bit, and boom, the video fills up the entire screen. When it comes to security, there's Face Unlock, which works well during the day, but in low light, it's also a hit or miss. Thankfully, there's still the ever-reliable fingerprint sensor, which is now on the back of the device. The phone will come in at least 2 variants. The more powerful Snapdragon 630 model handles everyday tasks with ease. Gaming experience is also great, especially with games that already support this taller aspect ratio, like Sims Mobile. There's also a built-in game mode, so you can go live on Twitch or YouTube. The Zenfone 5Q is also packed with a 3,300 mAh battery, which lasts a whole day of moderate use. That includes a lot of browsing on social media, an hour or 2 of gaming, and a movie on Netflix. Unfortunately, a big battery means charging takes a while, and this phone doesn't support fast charging. It takes more than 2 hours to charge from 0 to 100%. Probably our biggest complaint about this phone is that it still runs Android Nougat from 2 years ago. And while ASUS promises an update by the 3rd quarter of this year, Android P would have already been announced by them, making this phone a tad bit outdated. It's also probably worth pointing out that there's actually a newer version of Zen UI, which is available on the higher Zenfone 5 and Zenfone 5Z. That update will not be coming to this phone until perhaps the Wario update, so you're better off installing maybe another launcher and Google's keyboard. So, is the Zenfone 5Q your gadget match. I know this phone, especially its Snapdragon 630 variant, might be more expensive than, say, the Huawei Nova 2i, which it is oftentimes compared to, but that price increase is justified, and we like this model more. It offers a lot of things: a tall screen, a notch-free design that looks and feels more premium than other phones in this price point, a more than capable processor, and a quad camera system that has both portrait modes and wide-angle cameras on both sides. And that was our Zenfone 5Q review. Remember folks, this phone is also called the Zenfone 5 Lite and the Zenfone 5 Selfie depending on your market, but this same review video applies. As always, you know the drill folks, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, follow GadgetMatch on social media, and make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. Until the next video, I'm Michael Josh. Thanks for dropping by.